friends, Gary Girls, and fellow poets. Welcome back to Conversing with Poets. I don't think there's anyone here. Ah, hello, Tanya. That's good. I was just going to say I don't think there's anyone watching today, but Tanya popped in just at the right time, just in time to save the day. Hello, Tanya. We were just messaging on Instagram, but yes. It's just you and I for now, Tanya. How has your week been? I have my new Shakespeare mug, courtesy of BB. Thank you very much, BB. It's got Shakespeare on one side, and then it says, I do not wish thou were a dog. Oh, sorry. I do wish thou were a dog, that I might love thee something. Wasn't Shakespeare. I don't know if that's a legit Shakespeare quote. It says Timon of Athens underneath. Maybe that was his. Is that a Shakespeare play? I've never heard of Timon of Athens or a character of his called Timon of Athens. But either way, Shakespeare really had a way with words to insult people. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was a quote of his. I do wish thou were a dog, that I might love thee something, which basically means I wish you were a dog so that I might be able to love you. That I might be able to find something lovable in you, is basically what that translates to. So, yes, it's a very, very quiet one this evening. I don't know how far we'll go if there's just the two of us. That was a loud. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was a loud plane going over. Although this mic does a good job of sort of filtering out certain things. Sorry, my phone is lighting up. My phone is lighting up. We've been busy moving brush, to the bottom of the lake for a bonfire yesterday. Okay, nice, nice, nice. It's been raining the last couple of days here. And I have to be honest with you guys. I have to be honest. I was supposed to be you guys might tell me off, but hopefully you'll understand. I was supposed to be in London last night. I was supposed to be at Highgate last night, but it's such an awkward place to get to. It's like North London, and I'm Southwest London, and there are no trains. There are no direct trains to where I'm supposed to go. So it takes me an hour into central London. Then I have to get on another train which is another hour from central London up to North London. And I've been feeling a bit poorly this week. I've been feeling a bit poorly this week, so I didn't go. And I'm supposed to be in Windsor tonight, and I'm kind of debating whether or not I'll go. And I'm getting told by YouTube that the stream is struggling again. I literally got new Wi-Fi. I spent a whole week trying to get the Wi-Fi sorted, and it's still acting up. I don't know what else I can do. Like I literally like rewired the whole thing, and it's still being a mess. Hello, Dazzle in the Dark. Thank you for joining us. That's three of us now. At least we got three of us. We live in a flight path of army helicopters and huge army planes fly over. They are super loud. Wow. Okay. So we don't have huge army planes. We don't have any RAF bases here, but we do have some army bases. And every now and then a pair of Chinooks will be flying around. Um, Two Chinooks actually landed in the field next to me once upon a time, which was fun to watch. But I have Heathrow Airport. I live under the flight path of Heathrow Airport as well, which isn't fun. So yeah, but I can imagine those Hercules. Are they Hercules planes? Hercules army planes. I can imagine they make quite a sound. Thank you so much for those hearts coming in, by the way, guys. Thank you. Looks like we might have a quiet evening tonight. Yeah, I'm supposed to be in Windsor tonight. I know I promised myself that this would be the year that I get out into the real world, but when it comes round to it, I just kind of yesterday is a long way to go. Yesterday was a long way to go, and I haven't been feeling 100% health-wise, just a bit of flu or whatever. Tonight I don't I have an excuse other than I'm just being lazy. Windsor is about 20, 30-minute drive. I can get to Windsor in 30 minutes and drive it. For those of you don't know, yes, Windsor as in Windsor Castle, as in, the royal Windsor, where we have Windsor Castle and the king and royalty live. Transports, I believe. I know they do ground training in the nearby mountains. Awesome. Awesome. I only know Hercules, which are the big military planes, which is why they're called Hercules, because they're like tanks of the sky, I guess. Well, I hope some other people are gonna pop in. Otherwise, it might be a case of uh, as much as I appreciate you being here, Tanya, it might be a um long live stream if it's just me, you, and Dazzle. So I'll give it another 10 minutes, see what happens. Otherwise, I may call it quits, and I may end up having to go to Windsor because I've definitely got no excuse then. Tanks in the skies, yeah. I mean, even some of the commercial flights that come out of Heathrow, and you've got these double-decker commercial flights. I mean, it's amazing that they even get off the ground. You see four likes. Okay, I see three likes, but only one person watching, which I'm guessing is probably you, Tanya. But sometimes, I mean, as we know, every live stream I have different likes to you guys, and sometimes it says I have three viewers, and suddenly four people will put something in the chat. So I don't know how accurate these figures are that I have in front of me on my dashboard. But if you're here, do say hello in the chat. Otherwise we may have to cancel the stream. Maybe it's a holiday or something. Maybe there's something going on that I'm not aware of. But check out that subscriber count again, guys. It's constantly going up. Oh, and by the way, Netflix released their copyright strike on the Taylor Swift video. Except the problem is, it's already got like nearly 200 views that haven't been monetized. So, I mean, yes, it's great that they released the copyright. I'm not going to say it's not, but it is kind of pointless now that the majority of the views are in and haven't been monetized, so it kind of sucks. Hey BB, what's getting cancelled? Well, we'll see what happens in the next sort of 10 minutes or so, but it's a very quiet night it seems, so I may have to cancel the stream and I mean we have two on Sunday anyway. Don't forget, guys, it's Right Along on Sunday as well. So we've got two streams on Sunday. We have Right Along and we have Conversing. So but yeah, we're very quiet tonight for some reason. I don't know if there's something going on in the poetry world that kind of clashes with this. But yeah, I've introduced my new mug, my Shakespeare mug from BB, sent all the way from America, and it has a quote on it. I do wish thou were a dog that I might love thee something, which basically translates to I wish you were a dog so I could at least find something lovable in you. I'm not sure if that's a legit Shakespeare quote, But as I've said, I wouldn't be surprised if it is because Shakespeare always had an amazing way of insulting people. Oh, okay, we got people starting to drop in now. Hello, Mythical Meter. Hello, Shorty. Thank you for joining the Cove, Shorty. I saw you introduce yourself and say a couple things on the Cove, so good to have you over at the Cove. And BB and her brand new green writing as a channel member. Unfortunately, I live in dark mode. All my computers are in dark mode. If it's a possible feature, I live in dark mode. That probably says a lot about my character. So I can't quite see your goatee, but I know it's there. Once you've been a member for a month, you upgrade to a grey goatee. You become an elder member and you get a grey goatee, and then you get all sorts of different colours. The cavalry are turning up. Yes, the cavalry are arriving. The football Super Bowl is on at 6:30 US time, 11:30 p.m. in England. Ah, okay, maybe that's it. Maybe the Super Bowl is starting. I'm so fancy in my green and goatee. Oh yes. Wait until you start getting purple goatees and pink goatees. I become I become Gandalf the Grey goatee. Yeah. Yeah, in a month you're Gandalf the Grey. Maybe everyone's having Super Bowl parties. I just got finished watching a film on Amazon, which I didn't think was going to finish on time, but it did finish it finished about half an hour ago, 15 minutes before the stream. So, uh, we got away with it. So, has anyone been writing any poems this week? Has anyone been writing any poems this week that they want to tell us about? Maybe you can share the poem itself, or you can just kind of tell us what you've all been working with this week. I like your comfy shirt. Thank you. I actually got this in America. I actually got this, oh dear, in America in one of those sort of crystal shops that sell all the crystals and all the Native American incense and stuff. There you go. How does that look? I need the preview to catch up. Do I look stupid? Yeah, I'm supposed to. What do you think, guys? I'm supposed to be in Windsor tonight at the open mic. But I was saying before the cavalry arrived, I was saying that I didn't go to my open mic in Highgate, London yesterday because I've kind of been feeling a bit poorly, but also it's really difficult to get to because I'm in Southwest London. The open mic is in North London and there's no trains between us, so it takes me 2 hours to get there basically. How crazy is that? 2 hours to travel somewhere in the same city because I've basically got to go into central London only to come back out. Um, so I've got to feel really pumped to uh, to pull myself to that one. But tonight's open mic is in Windsor. It's only a 20-minute drive, and I think I'm just being lazy. So I need you guys to crack the whip and tell me to get to the open mic tonight. I'm sure I wrote something this week. I'm sure I wrote this something this week. I don't know. Did you? Did you? Sometimes we kind of got so much going on that we actually forget whether or not we've written anything. I got a pre-draft out of a Ars Poetica as suggested. Nice, nice. Was that about the bees? I remember yeah, I remember talking about Ars Poetica in one of these streams. But nice, good work, Shorty. You always look handsome, Adam. I'm super excited about a piece I'm working on. It's a poetry novella. And I was stuck until recently. A poetry novella. Tell me more. Nice, nice. It's nasty weather out there. Yeah, yeah, it is drizzly and it has been raining. It rained heavy. Dazzle, you're giving me more excuses not to go to Windsor tonight. I asked for you to kick my butt and make me go to Windsor. But that is true. The roads have got a lot of puddles, so maybe I can't go tonight. It's been a long week, springy words. Yeah, it has been a long week actually. I am desperate for the weekend to come around. Please go and take loads of pics and upload a video. I'd love to live vicariously through your Robert Burns lifestyle. Robert Burns lifestyle. I don't know so much about that one. Just the only thing me and Robert Burns have in common is that I ate haggis last week or the week before. I don't even know when it was now. Novella sounds interesting. Yeah, I'd like to know more about the poetry novella. The first round of pre-orders for the latest Poetry Cove magazine got shipped yesterday. That's exciting. That reminds me, actually, the pre-orders went out, but I forgot to send a copy to. Did I tell you guys about Poet's House? I didn't. We have a new stockist in New York City called Poet's House for the magazine, which is awesome. Um, and we have a stockist in London, the National Poetry Library, and I forgot to send them out yesterday, so I need to do that. That's a mental note. I'll do that after the stream. You ate haggis? Yes. Did not tell you guys? I had haggis for the first time. Because obviously we had Burns night, and then there was a popular thread. I'm gonna fight it. I gotta stop. I gotta stop associating the shed with yawns. Um, yeah, then we had a popular thread on the Poetry Cove, didn't we, about Burns night, and it just made me really miss it. And yeah, I had haggis. It's a story about the love between dawn and dusk. Nice. It goes in and out of some rhyme in the story, and the exchange between dawn and dusk happens in sonnet form. I love that. I can't wait. Ugh, I was fighting it. I was trying to, guys. I was trying to fight it. Um, that sounds awesome. I hope you share that with us at some point. That does sound really good. What does haggis taste like? Doesn't really sound appetizing. No, I didn't. I purposely didn't go into it. Sorry, I purposely went into it not knowing what haggis was because someone started to tell me that it's not very nice stuff involved, and I said, "Don't tell me, don't tell me, I don't want to know." Now I do. Now I do. Maybe that's why I've been feeling poorly. But honestly, it tastes like don't if there are any Scottish people watching this, please don't hurt me. But it tastes like minced beef. Very tasty minced beef. I thought it was very tasty, I won't lie to you. Oh, I read the word yawn. I said to myself that I was going to have a shower before this stream so I'm wide awake and I don't yawn. But then I got locked into this movie on Amazon Prime. It's called Covenant. It's a Guy Ritchie film. And as I say, it didn't finish until 15 minutes before the stream, so I had to dash out here and set up. We made haggis with beef heart and oatmeal. Oh wow. Oh wow. You made you made it? That's cool. That's cool. I don't know if I could handle making it myself, like handling a stomach and stuffing things into a stomach, but that's awesome. Feel better, Adam. I do feel a bit better today, actually, to be fair. I feel I feel simulated. I feel much better actually. I suffer. By the way, guys, just for a heads up of things to come, and we're not really talking about poetry at all. Um, I suffer really badly from tree hay fever, tree allergies, which starts around this time of year, and then passes. I don't have I don't get hay fever with grass or flowers, just trees. So it's usually past by the end of March, April time. It's gone and I can enjoy the summer, but I get it really bad around this time. And Tuesday night, my eyes were fire, on fire. So yeah, you may have a very puffy Adam at the live streams for the next couple of weeks. Has anyone? I love that idea of a poetry novella, just to try and spin it back round to poetry. But uh, has anyone ever written like a novel or a story in poetic meter and rhyme and stuff? The Many Faces of Adam. Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry. Sorry. Now my eyes are tearing up because I'm trying to fight it. Pine trees for me, yeah. Yeah, I seem to just I haven't managed to sort of figure out which trees are the worst for me. I just think it's all of them because honestly I get so bad. I tried a fantasy story in poetic form, Valentine's Charm. Nice. What's the story, Mythical Meter, if you don't mind telling us? I wrote a rhyming story for a contest. NYC Midnight have a rhyming story competition once or twice a year. Oh, cool. I've never tried my hand at that. I would like to, though. One thing I love about this jumper and my XX, I think it's just XXL. It could be XXXL. But I love doing this with my sleeves, like a monk or something. I also enjoy stories using Poe's The Raven as the basis for the meter and flow. Nice. A young woman grieving the passing of her maternal grandmother opens a final Christmas gift from the woman who raised her, a magical chain and amulet lead Alyssa on an adventure of magic and love. That sounds awesome. OMG, it's still up on A star. Whoa, Herb, I want to read that. Yeah, that sounds awesome. You know, there's an account on a website called Wattpad that I used to write a lot on, and oh, I just die of cringe now because I've forgotten the login. I have to see if I can um figure out the login. I'm gonna have to, in fact, no, I won't do it now. I need to delete that account and I keep meaning to get it off of the internet. Wait, what? With the sleeves, if you get an actual monk top, they have a pocket in the sleeves for a notebook. That is awesome. I'm gonna have to get one of those. That's actually really cool. I'm totally finding that account, Adam. No, please don't. Please don't. I have to I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to take it down ASAP then. Hang on. Hang on. I'm gonna beat you to it. Me and BB are in a I mean BB, you'll win because I have to figure out the login and go through all that process. Oh, they've changed the logo. I don't remember. I don't even remember what email address I used to. It would have to be. Okay, who's gonna win, guys? Who's gonna win? I have a monk's cloak. Oh, you do? Where did you get it from? It does sound awesome, MM. Yeah, I want to read that. Oh, okay. Login. Let's start there. Oh, username. I can't remember. I can't remember anything. I'm in a race against BB before she finds it. Wattpad. Adam Gary Wattpad. Adam Gary's poetry drafts. Adam Gary author. Okay. I mean, if I found it that quick, then BB's already there for sure. BB's beaten me. Adam Gary author. Ah, yeah, you found it, Shorty. You found it. No, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Okay, I don't know. What would my password have been? Let's try this one. Oh, no. No, wrong password. You guys beat me. Damn it. DAM. Gary author password. Is it this one? No, it's not that either. I can't remember the login. Good evening, Nomadian. Welcome back. Welcome back. That is my old. I can't even remember. I think that was my old acting headshot. Oh, I don't even remember the poems. Shame I missed the last like three streams. That's okay. That's okay. It's just good to have you when you can make it. It's just good to have you here when you can. Okay, this is the last password. If it's not this one, I have no idea. I'm gonna have to do the whole. It's not that either. I've forgotten the password. If you remember the email, just recover. That's the problem. I don't know. Back in the day when I was like a teenager, I used to have multiple emails just to avoid spam. So I don't even know. I've got the username. Let me go forgotten password. Lost your password. Okay, Adam Gary author. Send instructions. Right. I only have access to one of my like emails I used to use for spam. And if it's not that one, then it's going to live on the internet forever. It goes back to 2013. That's what I'm saying, guys. It goes back to 2013. I want it off the internet. I need it off the internet. All right, fingers crossed. If you, yeah. All right. Moment of truth. This is the only spam email account I have access to. So if I don't have a recovery email in this one, then it's just gonna have to. Hey, Wattpad support. Okay, okay, okay. Reset my password. New password. Okay, here we go. Doesn't meet the requirements. This is why I would have forgotten it. Sorry, guys. This is probably not an exciting stream for you guys to watch, but let's get it off. This is heaven. I love it. No, get off, get off, get off, guys, get off. Uh, I'm on, I'm on. It's happening. Wow, some of these stories are still ranking. How is that even possible? In council, why is it ranking in council? What does that even mean? Oh, it does bring back some memories though. That Adventures of Nogara and Lilithian I wrote with a good friend that I lost contact with. How do I like at least private these? I don't know how to use this website, guys. My profile, right? Oh, some are really good, Adam. I don't even. I don't even want to check. I'll at least make them private for now if I can, but I don't understand how this website works. It's not very intuitive. Okay, I'll look at that. You've got until you've got until at the end of the stream at least to go through that. Write down a new password or something you can remember. No, I just just want to. I need it off of the internet completely. It's super cringe. Super cringe. But hey, we all start from somewhere, right? We all start from somewhere. That's my big thing. You guys are the best. You guys are so supportive. Even some are really good at them. I highly doubt that, but thank you. Thank you. I don't know. It's been so long. Shall we have a look? I mean, I've given it away now. I've mentioned it enough on the stream. Oh God, just reading the titles. Ugh. Oh, some of these I recognize actually. Some of these I recognize. Bottomless pool of self-pity. Now there's a poem. Aphrodite's last laugh. I seem to remember that. Oh, it's a micro poem. Sitting in this rose garden, all he can do is think about the extraordinary experiences, how the strength love had and still gives him. And now he awaits lullabies cool. Aphrodite sits in her corner in laughter. Disappointment true lovers feel, but hearts entwined will stay. Someone actually, I like the discordance caused by the clashing ideas in this poem. Thank you, who was that? Thank you, 8-0 height. Some nice rhyme and rhythm. Not, if you leave it, I will write something for the 18 plus in the code you can hold over my head. Nope, nope. It's gotta go. Sorry, guys. It's gotta go. It's gotta go. That's not a fair trade because some of this is just awful, and I don't know how to. Like, there are no options on this at all. I don't understand. Like, there's no sort of unpublished button. There's no sort of, unless it's because I'm on my phone. It might be because I'm on my phone. Gosh, you can tell this is old because I've even got a Twitter mentioned in the bio, and I hate Twitter. I don't ever remember being on Twitter. I do remember I do remember updating it with the Grand Canyon picture and the headshot picture, and I told myself I was going to tidy this up and um make it something I was proud of. But I got as far as uploading those two pictures, and that never really happened. Ramirez Cindy, I remember Cindy. She used to be a big supporter. Flashbacks, flashbacks. Anyone ever get into Russian poetry? No, I've never done that. I know there's Chekhov. When did acting and stuff, I know of Chekhov. He's a very, very famous playwright. Uncle Vanya, numerous others. And I think it adds to your street cred that you show where you started and where you are now, what you like and don't. It adds to your status. Does it? Does it? I'm not sure. I haven't really. Is that something you enjoy? To you now, they might not be relevant, but to a younger person, they might rock. You guys are far too nice. I love you for it, though. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, what do you suggest? Uh, if none of us have been gotten into Russian poetry, where do you suggest we start? That would be a good idea. Hi all, just got back from the dentist. Hope you're all well. Hello, Delgo. Hello. Um, I'm not really sure what this live stream is, so I'm just going to give you a members emoji thing, and I'm gonna twist us around just a touch. To be honest, I don't really suggest any traditional ones. More musicians, I guess. The band Kino and Victor Soy is like amazing. He writes so well. Okay, Kino and Victor Soy. It's probably the most famous Soviet rock band. Interesting. When you're alone, think of things that will someday be your diamond rings. BB aged 9. I like it. I like it. I mean, I would say that's probably better than my stuff at 19s or however. How old would I have been when I wrote Love from Beyond? Oh my God. I would have been, I don't know how old I would have been actually. Old enough to know better. Like 19, 20. Don't pay any attention to the dates, by the way, guys, because as I say, at various points in time, I told myself I'd go back and do better. And I kind of tweaked little bits here and there, but the passion never came back. So I let sleeping dogs lie. But yeah, how old I would have been around maybe 20, 21, possibly. I don't know. Definitely my favorite band ever. Translating his lyrics is honestly crazy, so I consider him a poet. To be honest, nice. I mean, yeah, I think lyricists and poets are kind of close cousins, if not brothers and sisters. If you haven't already, I did a Let's Talk video on Taylor Swift's poetry because she's releasing in April an album called Tortured Poets Department. Had to think on that one. And she's written some poems as well. I was very impressed by her poetry at 10 years old. She won a national poetry competition at 10 years old. I don't have any poems from my teens. There might have been some wicked ones though. Yeah. So I wrote my first poem at 18. So I was anywhere between 18 and 21 with these Wattpad stuff. I think I was around 21. As I say, old enough to know better. I have everything. It's awful. My mother has saved every scrap I spotted something down on. No, that's great. I'm doing a family archive right now, and I am so appreciative of the things that my mum kept hold of. Oh, jotted down. Got you, got you. Oh, English and partially French. I need to study Irish though as soon as possible. Nice, nice. I'm lazy. I tried to learn Italian, and I only got so far with that Duolingo app. And I did French in school, but only because I had to. Once we got to the point where we could choose our subject, the only subject I was really interested in is was drama. But I wanted to do history and geography at the same time. But I'll let you in on a little secret. I think most kids do it, so it's not really a secret. The only reason I chose the only reason I chose geography was because I figured that there'd be some there would be more opportunity for school trips, which there were, and that's the only reason I took geography. Your poems are so great now. I imagine that in your youth they'd have been very powerful. Mythical meter, yeah, absolutely. By the way, mythical meter, uh, I love your poetry on the Cove. Please do keep them coming. I love your poems. And by the way, everyone, BB Ezra released a very, very good short video poem. I think it was called Green. I think that's the title, right, BB? Green. It's very good. So do head to her channel at some point and give it a watch. I lost a lot when old school books found a dumpster and when Bebo closed its doors after Facebook squashed its dreams. Yeah, Bebo. Good old Bebo. Yep. I remember Bebo. Bebo. There was also a website, it began with P, that was around the same time as Bebo, and it was basically you got to make your own website. I'm sure it began with P. Could be wrong though. Lost them to a house fire. Oh man, that's not good. I honestly have an issue with hoarding everything I've made or been gifted. Yeah, me too. Me too. I think I've said this on a stream recently. I really need to like donate some books because it's getting too much. But the way I see it is every book is knowledge in your hand, right? And I don't ever want to get rid of knowledge. It feels like I'm getting rid of knowledge. But it is a joke at this point, the amount of books I have, particularly books that I haven't even read, and I'm still buying books. Oh, I was supposed to put that on the Cove. I promised you. Yeah, I'll do that during the break. Thank you. Yes. Do you ever use old rights as a prompt? I still have every letter from my ex and stupid crap like that. Should probably let it go. Um, I don't know. I don't know about that. It depends how much that moment in time meant to you, Nomadium. If it means something to you, then don't feel pressured to get rid of it because that's part of your journey, your life journey. Um, so that's up to you. If it means something, don't feel pressured to get rid of it. I have a whole top drawer of all my letters. In fact, if Tanya, if you're still here, I have one from you sitting on the top. I was just seeing if there's a date on that one. Yeah, I don't. Letters are important, no matter who they're from. But again, if it's from an ex that meant a lot to you, you shouldn't feel pressured to get rid of it if you don't want to. I started a golden shovel yesterday. It might be good to use some of my own older work for such forms. Yes, golden shovel, golden shovel. It's escaping me. Golden shovel. Remind me what a golden shovel is. I know it's a form. Ah, damn it. I know it's a form. I know I've spoken about it before. Um, I don't think on the channel though. Over on the Cove, I've spoken about golden shovels. As in old writers, not really. I do use old kings and rulers though, like great pharaohs. One of my favorite poems is Ozy Ozymandias, Mandius, Ozymandias. After all, oh, that's lovely. I suppose I meant your old writing that you mentioned. That's a great idea. Take a line from a poem and its words become the last word of each line. That's it. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, now I remember. I need to record I need to record my poem for Tuesday. I had it all planned out and then Taylor Swift announced her album and it mentioned poets and so of course I had to jump on the bandwagon while it was still hot to try and pull in those views. And that's why Tuesday's video came out at 6 rather than at 2 because I was still like filming and editing and trying to get it hot while it was hot off the press. I'm using the chorus from Tiny Dancer. Nice. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. To write a poem about my mother as it was her funeral song. Ah, that's nice. I like that idea. Shorty. I'm so sorry for your loss. What a beautiful tribute. Absolutely, yeah. I love that. Sorry, I kind of ruined it with my horrendous singing before I got to that part in your message. My bad. Oops. But now it's in my head. It's a great song. It's a great song. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Oh, LMAO. Sorry. reading comprehension might be muffled due to a few cheeky drinks. Nice, nice. The singing is good though. No, it's not, baby. Everything I do is good to you for some reason. I know I can't sing. I know 100% I can't sing. What was it? There was something. I don't know if it was in uni or if it was in college. Oh, there was something at some point in my life, singing was involved. Oh no, it was dancing. If my singing's bad, my dancing's is even worse. It was in college, and obviously I was studying performing arts with a main focus on acting. But of course, they want you to, be prepared for anything in the industry, and musical theatre is a big thing. So we did have singing classes, but we also had musical theatre class where we had to sing and dance. And we were going to perform, well, my class was going to perform We Will Rock You, which you would think is right up my street. I love that song. And actually, I might even argue that I prefer the musical version than Queen's version. I know, right? Sacrilege. Anyway, we were in rehearsals, and my musical theatre teacher said to me and my friend Jordan, both like, "Don't worry, guys, just sit this one out." Like, don't worry, guys. Yeah, that's fine. He still passed us. He still passed us. But it was that bad. He said, "It's cool. It's cool. Sit in the corner and talk amongst yourselves." He still passed us. I still passed that module, which was cool of him. Paul, I remember him. Paul, he was a cool guy. No worries. It sounds like you're enjoying yourself. I do write very old style though, posh, if you will. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I do like a bit of traditionalism. What? You're not perfect. I cannot be convinced. Excuse me. Take your vaudeville show on the road. Yeah, poetry in vaudeville. There you go, guys. That that would be quite the spectacle for all the wrong reasons. I can't sing a note either. I think it sounds good in the shower, right? My boys would bang on the bathroom door wanting to know if I was okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm exactly the same, but I'm happy in my own little bubble. Okay, the thing you just said about oh, I didn't prefer musical theatre. Okay. Preferring musical theatre version over Queen's, that was imperfect. Sorry. I feel like the musical theatre version, the only reason I prefer it, I feel like the boom boom ch, it's just more, it's got more of a kick to it in the musical theatre version. Man, someday you got blood on your face. Big disgrace. Kicking your can all over the place. Singing, we will rock you. Yeah. Anyway, been desperate to go theatre for years. Do you know the best show on the West End right now is also my favorite film series of all time, and that's Back to the Future. I've seen the musical 4 times. I want to go for a fifth. It is amazing. It's on Broadway now, and I think it's touring. It's definitely touring the UK anyway. It might be touring the US. Um, so if you can get yourself down to Back to the Future, the musical. Really wanted to go to the West End, but basically got laughed at for it. What? Whoever laughed at you for that needs to be laughed at. The West End is a magical place. There's some great stuff on at the West End. As I say, Back to the Future right now is awesome. I've forgotten the words now. Again, you guys will hate me by the end of this. Hello, Garage Poets. Welcome to Conversing with Poets. We're not really talking about anything. We're kind of, actually, if anything, we're talking about musical theatre right now. You got blood on your face, big disgrace. Kicking your can on, but the place we will Back in. What kind of songs do they do in Back to the Future? Um, they're all actually, I was going to say they're all custom songs, but you've got the soundtrack in there as well. You've got some Huey Lewis, Power of Love, Back in Time. They're both in it, and then they've got their own sort of versions. They do have an album. I check it out. I think it's good. I think it's a great show. I think it's a great score. I mean, Back to the Future has always had a good score, and they obviously play the original score, the overture or whatever it's called. And then they've got some great songs in there as well, like original songs. Always wanted to see the Book of Mormon or Hamilton. I've wanted to see Book of Mormon as well. I haven't got round to it. I think it's still in the West End. Prince of Wales Theatre, just off of Trafalgar Square, I think Book of Mormon is. Hamilton, I don't know if that's still in the West End. If it is, I'm not sure where it would be. Actually, it might even be in the theatre that We Will Rock You was showing. Oh, someone just became a member of the Cove. Um, Dominion Theatre. I think Hamilton is actually in Dominion Theatre where We Will Rock You was playing. Yeah, it's a shame not living near London anymore. Yeah, there's a lot going on in London. Well, actually, London's hectic. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. See, I store so much useless information in my head and don't know anything about maths or algebra, but I can tell you which theatre, which shows are showing. I don't know. Sounds fun to see. Yeah, it's a great show. It's on in New York. I know that's still quite a journey for you garage poets, but if you ever find yourself on Broadway, um, get yourself down to Back to the Future. And there are some original cast members from the West End show that are now performing in Broadway. And the guy that plays Marty McFly's dad is like spot on. It's so good. I'm so jealous. The last show I saw was in Toronto forever ago. I need to move. What show did you last see? I watched Cumberbatch. Frank, oh, you did? Over the lockdown. But an amazing stage performance. Yeah, okay. I do I remember that being on? Yeah, I mean, I there was a time when I knew every show on at the West End, every film coming out, but I'm a bit unplugged now, if that's the right term, unplugged. I used to be a part of the National Youth Theatre of Great Britain, and by being like part of that, we used to get free theatre tickets. And you better believe that I made the most of that. I was seeing every show in London for free. It was a great time. It was a great time. London's fun, but largely I need to live near the sea and nature. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. I was always, for the longest time, I was a city boy, and I used to love going into London. And I used to imagine that I would grow up to live in central London and love it. But instead, the reverse happened, and I moved further out, and now I just love where I live. It's an easy commute into the center, but it's just far enough out that I've got plenty of fields and nature, and it's quiet. I'm taking my wife to see Hades Town in NYC on Broadway this weekend. Nice. I've not heard of that one, but that's awesome. I hope you let us know what it's like. I really want to see that. Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that. Okay, Hades Town. I'll have to look that up. All right, guys, let's go for a break. Let's go for a break. It's raining quite heavily now. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm gonna make a coffee And then I will figure out whether we're back for another hour or back for just 30 minutes. I should really go to this open mic. I promised myself that I would, and I haven't been to the one in Windsor yet, so I probably should go, but I probably won't. But anyway, let's take 5. I see you all in the chat. Let me just quickly catch up before I disappear. Yeah, London's so love and hate for me. Every time I go there, I'm in awe of the grandeur. Yeah, but all the rich guys and gals in Central makes me feel so poor. Yeah, there's that too. There's that too. Uh, Annie DeFranco is in it. Okay. See, I'm so out of touch. That's it. Not unplugged. Out of touch. I suppose unplugged works as well, but I don't know who Annie DeFranco is. I think the last I saw was Moulin Rouge. Nice. Snowing all day. Oh, you got the snow? I was expecting the I was expecting the snow, but we just got rain instead. Go, Adam, to the open mic. I really should. You had the fun. I did have fun. That was the one in London. That was the one I was supposed to go to yesterday. I did have lots of fun. And my body has been kind of putting me through the trenches this week with the hay fever and just feeling poorly in general. And so I really wasn't feeling up to a 2-hour journey yesterday. Today, I don't really have an excuse. I feel perfectly fine health-wise. It's only a 20-minute drive from me, so I don't really have an excuse other than, well, no, there's no excuse. But let me go and get some coffee and we'll figure out what we're doing after that. So I'll see you in 5, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm back. Let me fix this framing once and for all. No, wrong way. Wrong way. There we go. Is that better? Feel like that's better. No, no, just lean on this side. Yeah. Also, I've been on my desktop. I've been at my desktop for the past 4 days straight, uh, working on various different things. So my it's so bad. My ribs are actually sore from where I've just been slumped at my desk like this for 4 days straight. Can you reward yourself for going? How many points am I on? Are we still doing the point system? Do I get like 100 points if I go? I haven't been to a show on Broadway since I saw Peter Pan as a kid. Oh, wow. Sandy Duncan was in it. Oh, wow. Okay, so this weekend is your first time since a kid. That's awesome. I hope it's awesome for you then. I hope you get a really good cast, a really good show. Peter Pan, I bet that was awesome. There are always points. Good, good, good. Hey, um, Mythical Meter, you're in Canada, right? I know the US don't have. So, okay, let me just take a couple of steps back for a second. So, Garage Poets, you mentioning Peter Pan on Broadway. The only time we have Peter Pan in the theatre is if it's a pantomime, at least to my knowledge, is if it's a pantomime, which we have around Christmas. It's a British thing. Every time Christmas comes around, we have what's called pantomime. It derives from France, I believe. Well, I'm fairly certain that it's a French thing that we kind of took up, and it's still very popular today. And I'm wondering if Canadians have pantomime. I know the States, you guys don't have pantomime, but I also saw Peter Pan as a kid. Nice. I used to love Peter Pan. As a kid, that was my Disney film. I'd watch it all the time. But what was really my jam was Hook with Robin Williams. And oh my goodness, I didn't know until just a couple of years ago when Hook was on Netflix again that Captain Hook is played by Dustin Hoffman, who I hope he got an Oscar for that. I never looked it up, but I hope he got an Oscar for that. I had no idea that was Dustin Hoffman. He was perfect in that role. Jeez. But Hook, I would watch. I would watch it, and then back then it was VHS. I'd rewind the VHS and watch it again, like back to back. I love that film. Even now, if I listen to Flight to Neverland, which is one of the songs on the soundtrack, if I listen to that, I get goosebumps. That was my childhood, Flight to Neverland. Oh man. And the imaginary food fight. Oh, good times, good times. You get 200 for going and sending Tanya a selfie while there. Oh my gosh. With Joe Pasquale. Yeah, pantomime, pantomime. The last show we saw was the Nutcracker. Nice, nice, nice festive piece. The States does get some oh, you do? Pantomime shows in the off-Broadway Black Box Theatre. Oh, you do? It's a huge thing here in Britain. And I was curious whether or not Canadians had that too. Sorry, my brain and my my brain just stopped functioning for a little while there. It was like lagging, trying to catch up with itself. I used to perform poetry with someone who was a mime and a dancer. Nice. He worked it into his poetry performance. It was awesome. That's fantastic. I would have loved to have seen that. Yeah, pantomime isn't mime. Not to I mean I don't know how much you know, but just in case, pantomime isn't mime. It's like it's a comedy show. It's designed for kids. It comes from, I should know, it comes from France. I'm sure it does. Now I'm talking about college. Now I'm testing what I learnt in college. Oh no, I don't want to get rid of Wattpad because that needs to remind me to delete it now that I'm logged in. Okay, pantomime. Let's see what Wikipedia has to say. Pantomime is a is a participatory form of theatre in which oh yeah, he's behind you. Oh no, he's not. encouraged and expected to sing along with certain parts. Okay, it doesn't say, but I'm slapstick comedy. I'm fairly certain it derives from France. But yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. Me and Mum used to go and watch pantomime, and my nan every year. That was our tradition. I didn't know that, Adam. Thanks for cluing me in. Yeah, no problem. It's like your typical British humor, slapstick sort of humor, and traditionally, so Peter Pan is traditionally played by a female, and the Ugly Sisters and the God fairy godmother would be played by a man. That sort of comedy, and lots of bending over and pantaloons and stuff. That sounds dirty. It's not so much that, but just yeah, Google pantomime and YouTube it, and you'll get a good example, good idea of what it is. There's always usually within the cast, there's usually sort of a B-list celebrity or something. Obviously, you're not going to get Tom Cruise in a pantomime, but the next step down, perhaps. It's a good time. It's usually, like Aladdin, Jack and the Beanstalk, Peter Pan, Cinderella, you know, Monty Python, exactly. It's very, very children's Monty Python with some adult jokes, thrown in, but very much under the radar. It's that sort of thing. So kids don't understand what you're actually saying. And it's one of those things that you don't understand until you're an adult yourself and you go, "Oh my goodness, I had no idea that's what that meant." Speaking of actual mime, one of my prized possession books is a 1936 second edition print of The Art of Mime by Irene Moyer. Mayer? I used it during my street performance studies. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love Monty Python. I have the whole. Oh, you'll love pantomime then. You'll enjoy pantomime, Carriage Poets. You are getting more and more cryptically fascinating. Black box theatre, street performance. BB, I know you used to be a performer. You should understand black box theatre. At least I think I understand black box theatre. Those sort of very makeshift theatres that are actually like a room above a pub or a room above a bar. I've never been to off-Broadway theatre actually, but I know off West End theatres, and they're very much sort of makeshift. All the walls are painted black. They don't have a curtain. It's just one. It's just a room that has been had a few seats and stools installed. That feels weird, but they're the best shows. They're the best theatres and venues. I love Monty Python as well. Yeah, it sounds similar to early Warner Brothers cartoons. Possibly. Yeah, 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 I can see that. I would rather perform Black Box than anything else. It's so genuine. Yeah, absolutely. And you're right on top of the audience as well. The audience are like literally there. You could actually stumble over feet if you got too close, if you kind of got too in the moment. Good times. I've seen some fantastic shows in small venues like that. Because those are the venues that are more likely to take risks in what they kind of what's the word, book, or what they not sanction, what they book, I guess, the shows they book for their calendars. Whereas big theaters, they got to their upkeep is a whole lot more, so they got to make sure that the shows they put on are going to bring in the money. Definitely going to join the drama society when I go back to uni again. Oh yeah, you absolutely should. Yeah. It's a great time. It's a great time. I remember when I was in uni for all of I don't know. I don't 3 months, 4 months. Oh, maybe was it 6 months? I don't even know if I lasted that long. Anyway, I studied performing arts at uni for a couple of months, but I also went to like the extra curriculum things, and we used to play fun games and reenact. You'd have to reenact, like the guy that ran it, who was also a lecturer, was a huge Star Wars fan, and you'd have to we had to reenact Empire Strikes Back, but I can't remember what the game itself was. I know it was a challenge. I think you could only say one word or do one action, and then the next person had to. Yeah, it was interesting, but it was good fun. It was probably my favorite part about being in uni. Adam, do you think your drama background helps you with poetry and performing it? Um, I think it helps in the sense that Shakespeare, and bear with me, I know I mention him all the time. Um, I think it helps that he was in my life from the age of 12 onwards, because obviously he was acting and he wrote in such a poetic way. So that's kind of always been ingrained in me. Whether it's helped with the writing of poetry, I'm not sure, but it's certainly helped with like the reading of it and kind of understanding certain aspects. I think it's probably even helped with um, my YouTube and kind of being on camera and just understanding certain things to performance and stuff. I think it's definitely helped. I don't know if it's helped with the writing, and that's obviously why I've taken some time to learn about the writing side of it. But it certainly hasn't done me any bad. It certainly hasn't done any damage. I can't speak tonight. My brain is not functioning. Oh, by the way, Shorty, I saw that you took out a bronze membership at the Cove during part one, so thank you so much for supporting it in that way. And I look forward to reading some of your poetry now that you've unlocked all aspects of the forum. So can we all let's all give Shorty a round of applause. Um, there should be some applause emojis somewhere around here. But yeah, thank you, Shorty. Shall we find an abandoned building, purchase, and make it a Black Box Poetry Cove site for you to direct poetry events in? That would be freaking awesome. It can have an area of escape rooms as well. Hell yes. I would be in my element. The Hades Town tickets are my wife's Christmas present. I hope she likes the show. I do too. I do too. I'm sure it'll be amazing. I imagine it would hard not to. I hope you two have a um you two have the most special time. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I look forward to reading your stuff. Oops. If you haven't already, by the way, guys, don't forget to check out my video from Tuesday about Taylor Swift and discussing and reading her poetry as well. I'd really appreciate it if you left a couple of comments or hit that like button. I'm kind of hoping, especially now that it's monetized, it needs to get like pushed out even more because all of the views thus far haven't been monetized, and today Netflix released the copyright strike. So we need a second wave. So if you wouldn't mind, just head over there after this stream, give it a like, give it a comment, share it with some friends. Let's try and get those Swifties aware of it because I was hoping that it would bring in a few extra pounds, but then it got demonetized. But now it's remonetized, so I'd really appreciate it. Annie DeFranco is one of her favorite singers. Ah, oh, she will love that present then. But this isn't a musical, I don't think. Oh, but still, just to see her on stage, that's going to be an amazing moment for her. So you did good, Garage Poets. I'll work on polishing for publishing some of the longer ones after work. I'll post some smaller ones. Yeah, yeah. I mean, don't feel pressured. I don't mean to pressure you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pressure you. When you're ready, we will be standing by waiting to read your stuff. I'll watch it again. Thank you, Garage Poets. I appreciate that. I shared it with my daughter who is a Swiftie. Thank you very much, Garage Poets. I do appreciate that. That's why I wanted to get it hot off the press because I was hoping that it would bring some, well, let's be honest, a fair amount of Swifties to the channel, but then it got demonetized. And we were just talking about that in the stream. The string got demonetized. Um, then Swift got demonetized. And this is what I'm saying, guys. This is why it's so frustrating because they should not have been demonetized. Every video that I've had demonetized, other than the one where we watched a music video for a singer, I can't remember who that was now. That's the only one that I just deleted because I couldn't be bothered to go through the process. Every other time we've been demonetized, I've disputed it and they've lifted it and like, yeah, we shouldn't have demonetized it, which is great. But, you know, what about all those views have now been that haven't been monetized that I'm not going to get back? Anyway, I'm going to stop sounding like I'm going to stop first world problems, I guess. Still, it kind of sucks. I think honestly, just a gentleman planning such a trip is so lovely. You get all the points just for being a romantic. There you go. Yeah, it has, Garage Poets. It has. If you could have any poet read your poems and also you read one with him, who would it be that goes to you all? Okay, so that's to all of us. Good question, Delgado. Thank you so much for trying to switch it round background to poetry. I appreciate it. It's all good. If you could have any poet read your poems, and also you could read one with him, who would it be that goes to you all? Thanks, BB. She will definitely enjoy it. She absolutely will. Okay. I'm not going to say my usual subjects because that goes without saying. So that's not fun entertainment for you guys. So I'm going to have to think of a wild card. Let's think of a wild card. I tell you what, I think it'll be more fun if you guys picked a poet for me. But first, I want to hear about you guys first. First, I want to hear about you guys first. First of all, I want to see what you guys have to say for yourselves. So if you could have a poet read your poem and read one alongside them, who would it be? Ron Perlman. That's an interesting one. I think his voice is just perfect and would be great fun to animate too. Nice. I like that, Shorty. That's a good one. That's a really good one. I wasn't expecting that, but good. Jim Morrison, yeah. The Lizard King. Ron Perlman and Jim Morrison. I'm gonna let you guys pick a poet for me. Who would you which poet would you put in front of me to read one of my poems? Because you all know I'm going to say Shakespeare or Jack Kerouac. You guys know that. So rather than me kind of trying to think of a wild card of someone who I would say just because I can't say Shakespeare or Kerouac, I think it would be more fun to see who you think would be a good fit. Who would you guys put in front of me to read my poetry? I'm curious. and then we may wrap it up. And that gives me an hour to get to Windsor because it starts at 7:30, and I don't want to be arriving bang on when they start. There's always that one person. There's always that one person when you go to the theater or when you go to the cinema, you know, or the movies. I don't know if you guys call it. I think you guys just call it the movies in the States. We call it the cinema. But there's always that one person, theater or cinema. You got 20 minutes of trailers for the cinema before the film begins. The theater, they give you a time on the ticket to arrive, but the show doesn't start for about 30, 40 minutes after. And you just get settled in, the lights dim, and you go, here we go. And the film starts, and what, 5 minutes into the film, someone comes walking and starts, excuse me, and you gotta, move out of the way and let them. There's always someone. How did I get onto that? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I don't want to be that person. So we'll probably wrap up at 1:30 in 5 minutes. We'll wrap up in 5 minutes, and then I can disappear to Windsor. I was saying, oh, Morrison for me. Okay, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, Garage Poets. Sorry, I can't think of his name, but the guy that did the Scottish poem on Burns Night. Burns? Like the guy that did the Scottish poem on Burns Night. Do you mean Robert Burns, or do you mean Damien Lewis that did the Scottish reading in the National Theatre video? He's not a poet, but I can say Tom Hiddleston dressed as Loki. That's poetry in motion. Actually, Christina Rossetti. Nice. For me. Yeah, yeah, nice. Nice. There's an On the Hunt video of Christina Rossetti, and actually, she's buried in Highgate Cemetery, which is like 2 minutes round the corner from the venue for the open mic that was last night, Highgate. She's buried in Highgate Cemetery. For me, for you, I think Thomas Gray would be interesting. Okay. James Earl Jones has an amazing voice. Vincent Price. Adam, I know he loved poetry, however, I'm not sure he wrote any. Okay. Oops. Hiddleston would be great. He's, yeah, he's in one of the National Theatre videos as well. Yes, that's him. Robert Burns or Damian Lewis? I'm gonna go with Robert Burns. So Burns Night is called Burns Night because it's his name is Robert Burns, and his dad spelt his surname Burness, um, E-double-S, Burness, and that's how Burns and his brother spelt their surname for the longest time until after his father passed, and then they changed it to Burns. I wear a Loki pin on my coat. Nice. I like it. I like it. I've got a collection of pins on my one of my jackets as well, actually. They're good fun. I have a Shakespeare and Edgar Allan Poe one there now. Uh, because a subscriber sent me a Halloween package. I think I showed you on stream, possibly. That's 300 points, I believe you said. I'm in love with Loki. Okay. I've yeah, I like the Marvel films, but I'm not hot on them. I haven't watched any since the big one. Uh Civil no. s- One of the Infinity War Part 2. I haven't seen any since then. Like everything, things are sort of just going a bit chaotic, aren't they? Aren't a load of people up in arms about Marvel? I am looking forward to the Deadpool film just because I can't wait to see Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. We all need a bit of Jackman Wolverine in our lives. not just the Finns. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I got you. What is he? He's like the god of chaos or something, isn't he? The Loki series was amazing. Okay, see, I don't have Disney Plus, so um, but I cancelled my Netflix not just because they tried to demonetize us. I'd cancelled that. I'd cancelled before that. Just around the Christmas time, I couldn't find a decent thing to watch, and anything that did kind of pique my interest, I would put on, and it wasn't in English. And so I just thought, they've just upped their pricing, and I just thought, what am I paying? There's nothing good on. I think we mentioned it in a stream before. They've become the new Hallmark. So I finally got round to cancelling it on Monday, I think. And then they demonetized this on Tuesday. So maybe they knew that I cancelled my subscription and they were like, right, we'll show you. Oh, because they made another female lead movie. Oh, is that what it was? I just thought the content wasn't very good. But okay, fair enough. I haven't watched the next season. I'm saving it. Next season of Loki, maybe? You won't be disappointed. Of Loki. I think that was Sabibi. Yeah, I do have Amazon Prime, so I'm just kind of seeing what that's like at the moment. But then maybe I'll go on to Disney Plus. We are cancelling Netflix as well. They did raise their pricing quite a bit. Yeah, they raised it, and then I haven't seen the quality of content being raised either. But the funny thing is, not too far from me, they're building a brand new film studio, Netflix film studio. I don't know if it's still going to be Netflix's studio, but that was the original plan, and they're building it. But it's very close, like it's on the same land as another film studio. So whether they've taken over now or not, because I heard Netflix weren't doing too great. But what do I know? Thank you for not cancelling this tonight. I enjoy these live streams so much. Oh no, don't thank me. Thank me. Don't thank me. I was going to cancel it because there was no one here. So just thank the cavalry for arriving. As Dazzle said, the cavalry are here. God of mischief. He is Thor's brother. Yes. Yeah. 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 I knew about the Thor's brother, and I wasn't too sure about the mischief. I knew it was something like that, God of chaos or God of mischief. Glad it wasn't cancelled as well. Sorry we didn't really talk about poetry tonight, but that's okay. Every now and then we can kind of just talk about other things, I guess. But I am going to say goodnight now, guys. So thank you so much for being here and coming to my aid when I thought maybe we would it would just be me and Tanya. But don't forget, Sunday is a big day. Sunday is right along in the afternoon, 2 o'clock my time, I think. 2 o'clock my time. I'll have to double check that. And then stream as normal, 7 o'clock my time. And then that will be our last stream for a while because next week I'm in Birmingham for Verve Poetry Festival. I haven't heard back from anyone regarding doing a networking live stream. It will still be a possibility right up until Thursday night. And then if I don't have anyone Thursday night, um, we won't go live. But I'll try and make sure I let you guys know either way. Because I don't want to keep you hanging on, you know, and if there's no live stream, because I know some of you guys really enjoy these live streams. So I don't want you kind of not making plans because you want to be here for the stream and then there's no stream. So I will do my best. As always, I've gone the long way round to explain something. I will do my best to keep you guys informed, but just remember that next week there may not be any streams at all. Good night, all of you are lovely. You lot are certainly very lovely. Good night, Adam. Enjoy yourself tonight. Thank you, Tanya. I will miss you, but I hope you have fun, loads of it. I missed that one networking live stream. So next week, I'm at my first poetry festival. I've never been to a poetry festival before in my life. But next week I'm in Birmingham for 4 days. VERVE Poetry Festival. They actually stream some of their stuff, so you guys might want to check it out. And I will try. I've always said that networking is important, and it is important. And that's why I'm going to this festival, is to kind of network and just be seen in person. So it would be a good opportunity to have our first guest on the live stream and do the live stream about networking. That be the topic, networking. But I haven't managed to convince anyone to do it with me just yet. So I'll keep trying. May or may not be happening. Sunday I'll still be in NYC. No worries. You have a great time. That's more important. Good night. Goodbye. See you all later. That's awesome. Yes, it's truly important. It is. Okay, guys, I'll see you later. I'll see you in the comments section of the Taylor Swift video if you aren't already there, and on Tuesday's video as well. There will still be a video on Tuesday, so I'll catch you in the comments section there. Good night, everyone. Take care. Lots of love and be safe.